A lot of people I talk to about investments ask me, what is a hedge fund? And that's a good question. We've heard that term before. We've heard of things like mutual funds, equity funds, etc. What does a hedge fund do? How does it work? Well, if you go back to the history of it, you'll kind of understand where it got its name. About 100 years ago, a few savvy investors on Wall Street were trying to limit their losses on the various investments they were involved with for themselves and their friends. And they said, what if we came up with a schematic or a scheme that would allow us to make money regardless of which way the market goes? So what they would do is they would go long on some of their younger positions or their smaller cap positions, and they would go short on a lot of their mature positions or their overpriced stocks. And they would probably equal, the investment on both sides. So what would happen was, in the end, that they would make money irrespective of what direction the stock went. And hence the term hedging your bet came into play. Now, over the years, the hedge fund and that hedging your bet mentality sort of evolved into a mechanism that's approved by, the SEC and currently the Frank Dodd laws, etc. And that is that you're allowed to perform a hedge fund by forming what's called a partnership. So there is a limited partnership, which consists of a group of enthusiasts who seek to invest in a particular commodity or asset. And then there's a general partnership, which is like the head of the investment club. And they have an agreement or a contract, and the limited partnership gives permission to the general partnership, the experts, if you will. It gives them leeway and liberty to take their assets and their funds and place it in certain economic instruments for the sake of growing their general wealth. And typically, the general partnership brings a lot of expertise to the table. They bring a lot of instruments to the table that otherwise the smaller investor would not be able to be involved with because of larger buy-ins or the privacy of these said instruments. So the whole goal is to team up with experts and be part of a collective pool, if you will, and putting your numbers together and having that power and strength in numbers to realize ultimately higher profits. That's sort of how a hedge fund works.